For a region such as ours, with deep interests in business, in agriculture and everything, we would definitely want to go to this election not with the option of winning, but winning must be a must. So we cannot participate in this election hoping to win. In the last 20 years, we have mastered the art of winning. Our core business, even in this election, will be to win this election. Yeah? So therefore, even as we listen to all the other people, we don't just want to participate in an election and come and complain thereafter. We want to win, and when we win, we have a stable government for another 5 or 10 years. So the stability before, during, and even after the election is very key. And for me, when I look at all those things, I think my position has already been made. Then allow me also to say something about our country, that our country is not just another African country. We are a very important nation within the region. And as probably has been said, this election is such that the final decision will be made from the mountain. So as we make this decision, we are not just making it for Kenya, we are making it for a very big region. I want to invite you to look at to the west, I think to the east. We have Somalia, we have Ethiopia currently with challenges, we have Southern Sudan, we have many other countries that depend on Kenya. And therefore, the decision you are heading to is not one that can be made casually by the roadsides, just because we have given a few young boys alcohol and those sort of things. It is a decision that will inform the interest of this country for another 10 years. Do we want to remain as the champions or the hegemony for the region, or do we want to be relegated to the backyard? So I want to say that we have very, very important decision to make. And this decision is not just for ourselves, but for a bigger region that also relies on us for business. We are now in DRC, we are in many other of our African countries, so let us not take these decisions casually. Then lastly, our decisions, although we are a region, must be based on what is best for Kenya, because there will be no SME policy for one region. There will be no anti-corruption policy for one region. So what is best for Mount Kenya must also be good for Kenya. And therefore I want to say, for me as I make my decision, I'll be very careful to see who will best fight corruption. Because I have studied all nations in the world, and there is no nation that ever prospered with corruption. Where there is corruption, poverty is a natural consequence. You as an individual may succeed. You as an individual may get rich, but as a country, you get poorer. So do we want to be rich people in a poor country, or do we want to be in a rich nation where all of us can be able to survive? Kenya has that opportunity, but that will all be based on the decisions that we make in the few coming days. Lastly, I also want to confirm that the diaspora community from the Mount Kenya region is very broad. And one of the areas where our disharmony in the last elections has brought chaos is in Nairobi. If the two of us come together, we shall solve Nairobi. We shall solve the Nairobi leadership crisis. And you can imagine the shame of your capital city really even being taken over by the national government because we could not be able to manage. But I want to assure you, when we come together, when we work together, we can take over the capital. Once we take over the capital, then that is where we have invested, and that is what all those things are going to happen. Lastly, allow me just to confirm that for us leaders, including myself, it is true that depending on our age, we have different priorities. A leader in their 30s, a leader in their 40s, a leader in their 60s. But it is also true, the older you become, the more you are focused on a legacy. Because you are not prepared to prepare a kingdom for another 100 years. Your focus is to leave your grandchildren and your nation in safe hands. May God bless you.